NTA10, Station for Excellence.
Good afternoon and welcome to the news at 1 on NTA Channel 10's Lagos. My name is Deborah Akingbe Agbola. Now the news. The federal government says the Nigeria's non-oil revenue has now hit 20.59 trillion naira, which equals 40.5% rise in 8 months, making it the strongest fiscal performance in years. In a statement by the presidential spokesman, Bayo Ononuga, the January to August 2025 report indicates a strong economic performance that surpasses that of 2024, which was 14.6 trillion naira. The statement says, with the January to August 2025 report, Nigeria is achieving unprecedented growth in non-oil collections, attributing this to the direct result of reforms to improve the government's fiscal position, strengthening compliance, and digitize tax administration. The release also highlights the significant growth in non-oil revenues accruing to the Federation, federal, state, and local government. It explains that the strong performance aligns with the administration's projection, placing the government firmly on course to achieve its annual non-oil revenue target. With this, the statement says the federal government is no longer borrowing from local banks to buttress the strong fiscal performance since the start of the year. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed his administration's resolve to work with the National Assembly leadership to establish state police. The president stated this while speaking with members of the Northeast Governors Forum in Abuja. The president notes that time has come for a clear collective path towards community-based policing that reflects the peculiar needs of different regions. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stresses that while political concerns will always surface around the issue, they must not be allowed to derail urgent security reforms. President Tinubu restates his administration's commitment to ensuring that the proposed structure is isolated from partisanship and designed purely to strengthen safety across communities. He highlighted successes recorded in Northeast to include improved security, resettlement of displaced persons, rising school enrollment, and new housing projects. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also urges the governors to sustain their commitment to development and security while assuring them of continued federal support. President Tinubu further highlighted agricultural mechanization as a priority, disclosing plans to establish training and maintenance centers in all zones of the country to drive food security. And now to Lagos stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the state remains committed to Nigeria's ambition of achieving a $1 trillion economy by 2030. The governor gave the assurance at the opening of the GTEx Nigeria Tech Expo and Future Economic Conference 2025 held in Lagos. Joy Ken Abakweya will bring us details of that report in our subsequent bulletin. Still on Lagos stories, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced a 50% fare reduction on the state Blue Line rail services for Thursday, September 4th, 2025. The governor announced the 50% reduction at the ongoing GTEx Nigeria 2025 in Lagos. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the reduction is to commemorate the second anniversary of Blue Line Rail launch in Lagos State. The Blue Line Rail commenced commercial operations in September 2023, traversing the Marina to Mile 2 route. Governor Sanwo-Olu disclosed that since 2023, the Blue Line mass transit has transported more than 5 million passengers with no accident recorded.
It's important. In the 2 years, they've carried well over 5 million passengers. We've doubled the fleets of the trains that we have on track now. It's an electric, train, and without zero downtime, with any zero issues.
Let's take a break now. More reports when we return. Please don't go away.
Are you searching for a space to ignite your creativity? NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio provides the answer. Our studio is spacious and fully equipped with modern broadcasting equipment suitable for your programs and competitions. For recording and production of kiddies programs, spelling bee competitions, participatory rehearsals, programs and live performances, NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio provides the ideal environment to bring your vision to life. Our team of professionals are dedicated to help you achieve your goals, provide expert guidance, and support every step of the way. Contact us today to book your session at an affordable and discounted rate and let your creativity shine. For more inquiries, please call the following numbers: 0816-008-7357, 006-286-9030, and 0812-324-5519. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Studio, where creativity meets excellence.
NTA 10 Station for Excellence.
Thank you for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, this is News at 1 on NTA Channel 10 Lagos. Loud ovation rented the air when NTA headquarters staff came out in their numbers to receive the reinstated Director General Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos, the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, who briefly vacated the post following some management changes in the agency, has been recalled by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Dembos was appointed DG of the television network by President Tinubu in October 2023. He now returns to complete his 3-year tenure. The President similarly directed the recall of Mr. Ayo Adewuye, the Executive Director of News, to complete its 3-year tenure, which ends in 2027. Ayo Adewuye was appointed by President Tinubu in 2024. The new directive effectively reverses the previously announced appointment of a Director General, Executive Director of News, Executive Director of Marketing, and Managing Director of NTA Enterprise.
Let me seize the opportunity to thank Mr. President for his action and to also assure the President and the government and people of this country that NTA will continue to do the very best.
We are supporting him because he has started something. Let him finish. Everyone has his own tenure. So we pray that when he finishes, the person who will come will now succeed.
And this, I think, should also ginger him to put much more effort in bringing NTA up and serving this Nigeria as a nation.
This is a man that have done much onto the equipment development of the station, staff development, and on many things, the environment development. And it's a thing of joy that he's back with us.
I want to thank Mr. President for reconsidering and bringing him back. We're excited, we're happy, we're joyous.
We say congratulations to our DG comeback. Thank you for joining us again. Now we move to education matters. In a bid to take learning beyond the shores of theory, The Young Muslim Association embarked on an educative excursion to the NTA Channel 10 premises in Tejusho, Yaba. Betuayo Shopiton has the rest of that story.
At the Audiovisual Library and extended to the studios and newsroom, afforded the students a hands-on experience on the nitty-gritties of television broadcasting. The students were also taken through practical lessons in audiovisual editing and news production. The visit also availed the students the opportunity to showcase their broadcast potentials. The children, alongside their teachers, shared their experience on television broadcasting operation.
I learned many things in NTA Channel 10. We're taken to the audiovisual library where I learned about the compact disc. This compact disc is used for the ancient days where they keep news, but nowadays they are using flash drive. I learned about the monitor in which we call it in our domestic home television. Then also we're taken to the studio where I learned about the splitter, an input that displays many outputs.
I learned a lot of things, different between journalism and mass communication, because I've been doubting about it and I want to become a journalist. So I'll be like, mass communication, how does it go? But I learned a lot of things today. From the studio, I learned how to edit the videos, the way they split the video and how to add the sound to it.
Firstly is to allow them to learn about journalism, about news production, and also to celebrate them as part of the organization.
Actually, the kids are very happy from the one I'm seeing so far. From the higher age, they have learned so far, and they have learned a lot. They have learned about journalism, to talk on mic, to talk on air. They have learned a lot.
They agreed that the excursion also broadened their understanding about broadcasting as well as inspiring them to consider future careers in the media industry. In Lagos, Betuayo Shopiton, NTA News.
And now to food security. The United States government has announced a $32.5 million in food assistance for Nigeria. In a statement on its official X handle, the U.S. government says the food assistance is for internally displaced persons across conflict-affected areas, adding that no fewer than 764,205 beneficiaries across northeast and northwest Nigeria are expected to benefit from the gesture. This includes complementary nutrition top-ups for 41,569 pregnant and breastfeeding women and girls, and 43,235 children through electronic food vouchers. With this, the World Food Program Nigeria, with the U.S. contribution, will provide food assistance and nutrition support to internally displaced persons across conflict-affected areas. And that report concludes our package. We thank you for being there. Join us at 7 o'clock for more on NTA Channel 10 Lagos. My name is Deborah Akingbe Agbola. Have a wonderful day.